Remember who Bob is supposed to be. I think Bob should I think Bob should pull the Elation flagship. Isn't the whole purpose of Bob's project to prove that Power is a problem only if you're greedy and stupid? If Bob is greedy and stupid and want to prove a waifu, why didn't Bob pull a face out back in 3.0? Because it's too early. And Firefly in 3.4 and 3.8. Does Bob's council actually hate Firefly? Yes. Bob's council hates Firefly. You're absolutely right. Hello, Mr. Streamer from Bob question yesterday. I realized your chat has a lot of FOBO. Fear of a better option, or they are casuals trying to. Yo, dog with a cat with a bot. This does sound like my chat, bro. This legitimately sounds. I would say like probably more than like 60% of my chat. They are casuals pretending to be elitists. Legit. This is like more. Okay, not even 75% of my chat. For real. 75% of my chat, they just type, yep, to whatever sort of thing Sarah says. Or whatever sort of things like anyone else says. Like, you're absolutely goddamn right, by the way. I feel like chat thinks pulling smart means only pulling the best team rather than the best pool navigation. Am I dented? Or was Bob's main point to show how to further invest into the team with smart idlers like Lycons and how to skip and save that for investment as a free-to-play? It's crazy, but Star Rail is a PvE game, so the player isn't forced to pull for a DPS they don't like just because it's good. What? Wait, you can don't pull for a unit you don't like? Bro, I never knew that, bro. Bro, I thought that you have to pull for every single unit HSR that is meta. Because if you don't do that, your account will literally just go buff and explode. And Dawa will personally come to your house and say hi to you. It's support real, so pull for the support. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Right. Would it be an idea for Bob to play with non-best and slot teams? That's literally... Oh. Okay, this is very different from what we are trying to do though. Okay, so this is basically pulling for a DPS, but you don't pull for their vertical supports. To my understanding. As a light spender who plays Jiao Qiu or Aircron without Jiao Qiu, I mean, you're not losing on anything. Super Break without Runway, you're not losing on anything. Remembrance without Evernight. And for the longest time without Hyacinth put at the end of the forest, this would be very interesting for those who have the budget, their spendings due to terrible luck. Do you really need the best in slot? Do you need the best in slot? Okay, so for example, let's say Sparcy is a main DPS. I don't know if she is, right? If Sparcy is a main DPS and like Yao Guang was like a support for Sparcy, your question would probably be, can you play Sparcy without Yao Guang? And if so, for how long? Right? I'm guessing that is the best way to go about it. Doesn't really have anything to do with flagship or investing like the right number, of course. But like just in case you want to play like the suboptimal team, is this going to be okay for free to play? I mean, honestly, I can already try this for like the current Remembrance flagship I have. Okay, not even Remembrance flagship, but if you think about it, our Herda team is very, very low cost. Because we skipped out on everyone's signature Lycon. Herda doesn't have a signature Lycon. Nexa doesn't have a signature Lycon. TB is running DDD, which is completely fine. And DHB doesn't have a signature Lycon. So like we shave like already have a lot of cost saved. And our D Herda team at Ezio is still clearing like really, really well. You get what I'm saying? So I think it's going to be fine. But that being said, going into like future versions, I don't know how long that will eventually hold up. Yeah. I guess a better way is like, let's just say, if they release somebody in version 4, there's also an evolution support. But I skipped them. I skipped them because I wanted to pull for version 4 units. So can my D Herda team, without a version 4 evolution, still keep up? I think that would be like a pretty interesting way to test it, because it doesn't really it doesn't require me to commit a lot of pulls, while I can still keep my original plans of not investing into a flagship. So yeah, I think this topic is okay. We can explore this, because it's just like we'll probably still pull for the best slot, but if we can just try a run without a best slot. My main concern will be basically just my relics. So hopefully our relic luck in our free-to-play account can cook up a little bit better going into version 4. Especially with like their brand new 4Ps and the brand new 2Ps. Which reminds me, I probably need to start farming for the Sparkle set. Anyways. You have cooled your last cool, my man.